Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we are back for another DCUO video. And if you guys aren't aware, or if you don't pay attention to the forums, the developers just recently posted a new article about changes to not only weapon attacks and weapons in general, but also the artifacts. So basically what the article basically said was that they're going to be balancing a lot of the weapon attacks, basically in the sense of making them stronger. The most recent survival mode here has led them to see that the weapon attacks are nowhere near on par with obviously going full might and doing play for the tray. So they have decided here that they will be buffing 90% of the weapon attacks and weapon masteries. There are several weapon masteries that are a little OP, so they will be kind of nerfing that a little bit. But for the most part, if you are someone who does go precision and does use the weapon attacks primarily, you are in luck because they will be focusing on buffing the majority of weapon attacks and weapon masteries up, which is exciting news for us, me specifically in general, because we are doing that playthrough of the Earth Precision DPS. So knowing that the weapon masteries will be buffed somewhat, they said anywhere in the range of 50 to 100% more damage. So that is super duper exciting news for us. They also did say that in the case of precision, that they did notice that the artifact of the Venom Wrist Dispenser was a little bit OP. So they will be nerfing that particular artifact, but that they will be buffing the stats of the majority of other artifacts, primarily the ones when the artifacts first came out. Those are the ones that they're going to be focusing on as far as buffing the stats of the other artifacts. And they also asked for our feedback on what they're doing to the weapons and to the artifacts themselves. Personally, I think that's a great idea. Like I said, it is exciting for me personally and the majority of us, just because we are doing that playthrough with the Earth Precision DPS. So that is exciting. Like I said before, we will be able to hopefully do more damage. So the fact that they are buffing up most of the weapon masteries is going to be super great for us. I really don't know another way to describe it other than it's just going to be super great. It's going to be more exciting. It's going to add to the enjoyment of doing the playthrough for myself and hopefully for you guys as well. Also, they did mention something along the artifacts too, is like if you were a person who primarily used the Venom Wrist Dispenser, I think they're going to be giving you like a free upgrade. So, for example, they're raising the maximum level of the artifacts to level 200. So I think what they're planning on doing is if you use Venom Wrist Dispenser primarily, they will be granting you like a level up essentially. So let's say you have your Venom Wrist Dispenser at level 120, they're going to bump it up to level 140 to you, or give you the pack needed to get the catalysts to bump it up to level 140. I really think that the artifacts in general have been a good idea, especially now that we all know that stats matter more now than ever. So I think the artifacts have been a great addition to the game. I think that buffing the weapon attacks in general is also a good thing, because since basically since most players have found that playing from the tray or getting most of your damage from using a might-based loadout has basically kicked Weapon Mastery's ass for some time. Weapon Mastery has kind of lost its luster. Weapon Mastery has been a part of the game now for, what, 2 or 3 years at least? I can't really remember specifically, but Weapon Mastery has been part of the game for several years now, and like I said, I feel like it's lost its luster just because Most people now want to do the might loadouts. They want to do the play from the tray. They want to make it simple. They want to just, shoot for the high numbers. So I feel like, in a sense, the challenge of being a DPS is kind of lost its edge. So the fact that they are buffing the weapon attacks has made me excited, made me happy to continue buffing up that playthrough character. I'm kind of curious to see if at some point they will add new styles of weapons. So, for example, they've added on a new movement mode at some point, with skimming, as we see that my main character is doing here. I wonder if at some point they're going to be adding in new weapon types. And I also wonder at some point if they are going to be adding in, well, I'm sure they're going to be adding in new artifacts at some point too. So I am really kind of excited to see where they're going. I think one of the things that we need at this point, in addition with a new power, is new weapon types. It'll just kind of add, now granted, everyone and their mother will end up switching to that weapon type when it first comes out, just so that everyone can try it. And your YouTube feed, especially if you follow any DCUO channels, including myself, will probably be bombarded with these types of videos. But it would be interesting, it would be fun to see a new weapon type. Now granted, I'm not really sure what I would even suggest as far as a new weapon type. I can't even think of anything right now off the top of my head, but it would be fun to see. It would be very interesting to see. So it's nice to also see that the developers are kind of looking for feedback and looking for ways to improve the game. I don't know if DCUO will ever be as popular as it once was, but at least they're trying, is all I can say. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to bring that news to your attention. What do you think? Do you think that it's time for new weapon types? Do you think that do you like the idea of having weapon tax buffed? Do you like the idea of getting some new artifacts, and artifacts some being buffed, some being nerfed? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.